morning from Kingstown, St. Vincent the Grenadines. We've just come up that hill. There were some stairs I could have climbed, but somehow I missed them as I was meandering through town earlier this morning. We're going to walk up this road here and see what it is that we find. I think Fort Charlotte is at the end of it. Out in the distance, one of the ferries comes back to Kingstown from one of the Grenadines islands. And we look down at a little beach, though I don't see a lot of sand there. We still have a lot of hill to climb here, so let's keep at it. Houses line this little street as we go up the hill. Occasional trucks, cars, little minibuses carry people down into town, and the occasional tourist up it. But other than that, it's been very quiet. It's been a nice walk so far. But we still have a ways to go. Down below is Kingstown, St. Vincent. Up that hill, I've walked quite a ways, and there's still a little bit of a ways to go before reaching Fort Charlotte up at the top. As we continue, we see these little houses built along the hillside, passed quite a number of them thus far, and a couple of little markets. A lady offering me a bottle of water as I went up. I told her I'd get with her on the way back. I had my hands full. And just spectacular views from the odd vista here of the outlying islands of the Grenadines. Again, down into Kingstown for perspective, and then out into the Grenadines. We've just forked off the road a little bit here to take a look off the other side, which we'll probably be able to see from Fort Charlotte. But I wanted to see the side of this hill and a little bit more of the island. Yeah, oh, I know. Thank you. Eh? Uh-oh. The guys at the local market just back there said it was dangerous the way I was going and to stay on the road for Fort Charlotte. So always good to get a warning. A little unsettling when they've got to tell you that. Just by the side of the road, a memorial to commemorate the soldiers who served and died at the fort during the attempt by the British to gain control of the island. This is the most important military site on St. Vincent. It was built by the British as their chief defense against the indigenous people and their allies. So here we have memorials that are almost unreadable. This center one, this little cenotaph, and then these tombstones in the walls, dated 1835, 36, 1825, and 26. Thomas Logan, John Late, Anne Fenning, Nicholas Murray, all names which sound very British, but may have been natives of the island. So we're continuing now to the fort. And just a last look back at that memorial where it sits on the roadside. The little road is getting very, very narrow as we approach Fort Charlotte. But the view is getting even more spectacular looking down into Kingstown. you can tell just how steep this is, but it's like going straight up the side of a cliff. And this old stone wall tells the story of the age of this fort. It's said that you can see Grenada from the very top on a clear day, which unfortunately this is not. But it continues to get steeper and narrower. Now just the width of a driveway, which is really what it is. Some magnificent homes. Here we have a historical site by the side of the road. King Jugbo Fem, 1821 to 1891, he lived at this site, one of many during his years of exile by the British in West Africa. He was banished to ensure British dominance in the palm oil trade in what is now Ghana. The king was never able to realize his dearest wish of returning to Opobo. He died en route in Tenerife on 7th of July, 1981. Probably 1891, I think they've got that one wrong. The British definitely were not in control of Ghana in 1981. But a lovely house here. Obviously they can get cars up here, but it's got to be awfully tricky to get off to the side of the road. I think we're just about at the top. Absolutely. You know your history. You're the historian. Wonderful. I'm a historian from Augusta, Georgia. Who is Augusta? Tell me who Augusta was. Augusta was the queen to a prior King George. Prior to George III. Right. Yeah, I forget if it's George I or George II, but the Empress Augusta, and they're all Germans.
Yeah, because George had a disease.
Yes.
And then that same boy
right.
come and catch.
Well, that's later, not earlier.
So he come and got the same disease after George III.
Right, it's hereditary.
Yeah.
Because they inbred. They're all each other's cousins.
Yeah. Because Charlotte, she's German.
That's right.
Yeah.
They all were.
Yeah.
They all were. So Augusta, Georgia, was founded in 1735, which is prior to George III. George III was a baby, if that. I don't know exactly what year George III was born, but I'm trying to remember if Augusta was George I or George II's wife. So I don't offhand. No, George III is Charlotte. Right. So Augusta, the Empress Augusta, the Queen Augusta, second, possibly the second or the first. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're doing work on the fort today, so we can't go in, but we had some good views, even though the wind was not friendly to doing much recording. But fantastic views down into the port of Kingstown. And my friend, who's a historian we were talking to just a little while ago, who's been walking me around. So we're headed up the stairs to look at the ramparts of Fort Charlotte. Unfortunately, they're doing restoration work. But Anthony showed me up here earlier. And the views around the island are spectacular. They're doing stucco work to the walls there. And down below, various neighborhoods. Where they haven't been cutting the grass lately, as the site's been closed for over a month. The fortress wall, and beyond it, a container port marina down below, which was used in the movie. Anthony was telling me that this was used as a women's prison for quite many years in the late 20th century, and that there's even a gallows that was last used in 1995 to nail a condemned prisoner. The clouds and the mountains is just beginning to struggle here a bit. Windy but lovely here in Kingstown. And we're headed back down the hill, having had a great time up at Fort Charlotte, even though it was closed, with Anthony, who's the historian and a licensed tour guide here on St. Vincent. I've got a copy of his card. Should anybody want it, I'd be happy to share it with you. Just write it to me in the comments or as a message. But enjoying the views, just light sprinkles as we come back down the road that we came up. Some really nice houses as you look down to the coast. Interesting rock formations there as well. So far I've been very pleasantly surprised by St. Vincent. People are incredibly friendly. I wish I had gotten all of the conversation with Anthony. I don't think the wind was going to allow me to record very much. I brought the smaller and more portable FeiyuTech camera today, just for portability. And I like to use the microphones with the DJI, and it's just a little bit cumbersome. So using the FeiyuTech, though the audio quality is worse, was a little bit more practical, I thought, today. Besides, it hasn't been out much. So in any event, Anthony was incredibly informative with regard to the history of Fort Charlotte, you know, both in the times when it was an active fort, as well as in the 20th century when it served as a prison. He also remarked on that people here on St. Vincent, of which there are not many more than 100,000 inhabitants, are all out to help one another, that crime is very low because it's hard to hide, at least practicably. But people are really out to help one another, and so far they've been very helpful to me as I've been meandering around. So as we continue down the hill, I ran into Debbie, who runs a little curb market, and she was knitting a rug, and she told me that the Botanical Gardens are not too far from where we first started going up the hill. So as we continue down the hill, we're going to look for the gas station, take a left, and go towards the Botanical Gardens here in Kingstown. But it's been a real pleasure to walk down this road, certainly more than it was to go up it, and see the sights and look down into the sea. Looking back up at Fort Charlotte, you can just make out the cell phone tower, and we've walked around this loop to this road here. And we're a little bit more now than halfway down the hill to the Crow of the Rooster. is just slowing down a little bit. It was absolutely gushing a few minutes ago, so I was able to duck into this strip mall and continue up to the Botanical Gardens. So that's what we're going to try to do here just as soon as the skies clear once again. We knew this was coming. Debbie didn't call it, but Anthony sure did. He says, I want you to get down before it really starts to rain. So we did get to the bottom of the hill and started back up to the north before the skies opened up. Looking back down at the sea, we've come up the hill about a half a mile after having had to duck in to a little store. But we're now headed over to the Botanical Gardens, which are said to be the oldest in the Western Hemisphere. Founded 1765. I'm going past a little primary school right next door. Hopefully we're not faced with another locked gate, as we were at Fort Charlotte. Nope, we're not. So here we are at the reception. Stanford is taking me into the old aviary, which is now a little amphitheater.
Cultural activities and lots of people get married here.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Let me get something for you. Just a moment. Oh, I get one. You can have a smell of this leaf. I know you will recognize that. You have a smell.
There we go.
Mm-hmm. Cinnamon.
Yes, very much.
Cinnamon, yeah. What the native here do, they will use the leaves of it for making cinnamon tea.
Right.
It's very good for high blood pressure.
Excellent.
Very good, yeah. Come and look at the stick you get to buy in the market, like in roller pieces. That's the stick of cinnamon. See it here?
Right.
Yeah. And if you come around, you can get a shot cinnamon from places like Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, yeah. So do you think the spice traders brought that to the island, or was it here before then? Yeah, right.
And you have sea grape.
Sea grapes.
You will find these like on the beaches.
Right.
A little red fruit, and they're very delicious.
Right.
Yeah. The little flower over the arch with the yellow is called alamander, or you can say buttercup.
Yep.
So when folks get married, they will stand right there and take photos.
Right under the buttercup.
Right under the buttercup. Come and look at something. Look at the very huge tree in the back. It's mahogany.
Yes.
Yeah, M-A-H-O-G-A.
I've made things from mahogany, I know.
The intersection of very red and heavy, good for furniture.
Very good.
Yeah, very good.
The mahogany tree.
Okay, you can come, no problem.
Good.
Yeah. You could get a shot of the sign too.
Yep. Honduran mahogany, no less.
Yes,
Yep.
Central America.
Very fine furniture is made from Honduran mahogany. Yep.
Very red and heavy.
Yep.
Good for furniture. I'm gonna show you the bigger tree in these, right? Like you have one here, and look up. You see those with the blossom?
Right.
Up there is the same tree. These are called teak.
Yes, that's teak.
Something like the mahogany.
No, I know teak very well. I've got lots of it in my home.
Yeah. Okay, teak.
Yep.
Teak trees.
Oh, a new one from Ghana.
Okay.
Yep, that's right.
And the plant is from Northwell country, from place like Australia.
Right.
If you feel it looks like plastic, you can feel it. You could use it for Christmas decoration too.
Right.
Yeah. The one with all the parts hanging down is called acacia.
Oh, acacia. Yeah, acacia. Yeah.
Cassia.
Oh, cassia as opposed to acacia, golden snower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they say golden trees? Because when it's bloomed, the flowers will come down very yellow.
Right.
And when these pods are very mature, they get sprung, and when you break it, it's very black inside, like the remaining of sugar molasses.
Right.
And very sweet too. Someone said they give them to horses.
Horses will eat just about anything.
We have the tallest tree in the garden, which is called the butcher's fig, from a place like Brazil.
Right.
Yeah. About 60-65 meters. This is over 200.
Incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, you could take a photograph of that.
Yep. Buttress fig.
Butcher's fig.
And buttress is from architecture, like a cathedral.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
Okay. This is called a pandanus. Pandanus. And you could use the leaves for making the straw hat, the fans, and the baskets.
Perfect.
And if you look at it very carefully, it's a walking tree, so you have to cut the root to
Right.
keep them together. Yeah. Alright. You got a good shot over here. Come and look at the cannonball. See the flowers?
Yes.
And here you have the name in the cannonball from place like South America.
Right.
Why you say cannonball? It's be a round ball, so when the ball drops, most explodes like a cannon will scatter the
Right. You
seed
can
back.
see the little seeds. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
There's one on the ground right there.
Yeah. These two plants are the same family. The one with the colorful leaf, that's the variegated variety. You could harvest the leaves of this one in the church on Palm Sunday for
Correct.
decoration. Yeah.
And what's this one with the fruit here?
It's the same pandanus.
It
Same
is.
name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, local and variegated. And those are coconuts you see in
Right. Yeah.
the yellow one, the green ones you have. Look at this one here. This is the dry one. So you can use this
You
one
got
for
the
making
milk in it. Yeah.
the
Mhm.
coconut oil.
Right.
You make the coconut oil from this one. Yeah. And this is another big rubber tree from Brazil. Come, you have the name and everything here.
Already lit up for Christmas.
Yeah. These are the sap of the rubber. It's most like,
Oh yeah.
see? So you call that
It's a
the
gum
latex.
tree. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Latex.
Right.
Yeah. This fruit is called an ackee. It's a Jamaican fruit. You could cook it up with codfish and so on.
Right.
Ackee. And when they are fully matured and they burst out, they come down and look like scrambled eggs. Come here. Look straight up.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. There they are. Yeah.
They got black seeds.
Yeah.
Yes. This is another West Indian
West Indies mahogany. Yep.
Mahogany, yeah. And come, let me show you something over here. Probably you must have this also. The very big tree here, this is called a logwood. Log, you ever heard anything about logwood? Yeah. You could cut the pieces and you trip them up and you put them into a bottle and you warm the water, you throw the water over it, the whole thing is going to get red. It's good, it's clean out your systems.
Right.
Yeah. should know about this. The big one is called the banyan.
The banyan tree, yes.
The Ficus benjaminia.
Common in Jamaica as well.
Let
Yep.
me get a juice here. Ficus benjaminia from India. This is from that tree with the smooth bark. But you may have this in your garden too. I suppose that. Just have a smell of it. It is called bay leaf, or you.
That's right. I cook with them all the time. No, I cook with bay leaves. So I can get bay leaves. I can get bay leaves in St. Vincent.
The big one is called the monkey pad from Africa. You can see it sending down area roots like the banyan.
Right.
And we use the body of that for making like bowls and spoons.
Mm-hmm.
Bowls and spoons from that. Yeah. You can come around. You are welcome.
Thank you. I love the bay leaves.
Yeah, the bay leaf is nice. It gives you a nice flavor. Philodendron, or you can commonly say elephant.
Elephant ears, which we have plentiful of in the southeastern United States.
And I have a giant oliveria.
Mm-hmm.
Good for sunburns and things like that.
Right.
Yeah. Look at these palms. These are called Ricestonia, or you can say mountain cabbage. Is you familiar with Heart of Farm? You get to buy in things like vegetables.
That's right.
Come from these trees, and when you do get it out, the whole tree dies.
That's right.
Yeah. We're gonna come around. I have the traveler's farm from place like Madagascar. That's a family of banana. Look at the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So look here, if you're in the mountain and you found the water and you meet this, you can get water.
Right.
See?
There it is.
Contained in between that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, here you have the name. You might get a shot. Traveler's Farm from place like Madagascar.
Madagascar or Brazil. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Water lilies, lotus, will open in the morning and close up at afternoons. And the green stuff in the center, it is called papyrus from Egypt, that they use in the ancient states for making like the computer papers.
That's right.
Yeah. So in here you find little fishes and like tadpoles.
That juice just gets better, Stanford.
Yeah. It will melt off the while.
Mm-hmm. No, it just gets more tasty.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like tea juice.
Yeah. Hello. That's the sufa tree. Was brought in from the volcano and planted here into the garden.
Wow.
And to meet the sufa, you have to hike about 4,000 feet. Yeah. But right now, it is not active, it's sleeping.
Right. Hopefully it stays that way.
I have a candle tree. You can see a little fruit there like
Yes, right.
candle.
Mm-hmm.
If you come around, you're going to get the name of candle. Candle. The very big tree we are standing under, it is called the sandalwood from China.
Mm-hmm.
But if you know sandalwood, this will give you a very slight odor. Most like a lotion or something.
Right.
Have a smell. Sandalwood from China.
Yeah, they make soaps and lotions from it.
Oh, and come, I have a nice tree here. Come over. We're going to come back.
Oh.
Look at the little beads here. You feel them. Most feel like velvet. So these can be drilled and you can make bangles and necklaces.
Sure, yeah, you
that.
make beads with them,
Yeah.
yeah.
And come, let me show you here.
Black pearl.
Black pearl. It was, this picture was filmed a Pirate of the Caribbean.
Right.
Yeah, black pearls. Pirate of the Caribbean. Welcome. Oh, we can go over and have a look at the national birds.
Well, why not?
Yeah. We saw this tree down to the end, the cannonball, but look at this. This is massive.
It really is.
Massive one, yeah.
It's another cannonball tree.
National birds.
There he is.
Color of the national flag. They are blue, yellow, and green. And they live as long as human being, like for 40 and
Oh,
50
absolutely.
years. Yeah. Here you could get a good shot. Amazona dildingue. Yeah. You know anything about A-plants, bromelias?
No, not offhand.
If I show you them, you will know them. Come down a little bit.
Okay.
Look on the barbed wire.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, they grow anywhere.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Get round the other side and see your friends there. Yeah, Hello.
Come down and see if we see these Come down, you're gonna see one down the side.
Bless you.
Oh, he fly back.
Oh, no. I see him, though.
Hello. Hello.
They're in there. Yep. That was almost tragic.
Yeah. Look at this bird. Probably you must be have these a guppy, a manicool, the black snake here, but it's not poisonous.
Right.
And this is iguana. You know iguana?
Oh, very well.
But they use them here like for bushmeat.
Right.
Yeah, iguanas. Yeah. And the beautiful tree, that's teak again.
The big one is that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the teak tree.
T-E-A-K. Yeah, for the furnitures. The parrot. breadfruit was brought in by Captain Bligh
Right.
in 1793.
1793.
Like on the plantation for the slave. So with breadfruit, you could boil and bake like potatoes.
Right.
Come, let me show you something here. Look at these palm trees. They are called African oil palms. Look here. You get an oil from that for making the palm oil. Yes, good for
yeah.
the skin and so on.
Oh, that's very good.
African oil
Yep.
palms. Yeah. And this section of the garden is the nursery, like where they started the very small baby
Sure.
plants. Yeah. Let me come around. Because you might see things that you love.
I love it all.
Yeah.
You're a very good arborist. A friend of mine
Yeah.
would appreciate you.
Okay.
He's a tree man.
Yeah. Heliconia or lobster cluster. These are national flowers of Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And in the same family with the birds of paradise.
Right. More of the nursery, I guess.
Yeah, more of the nursery.
Right.
This one is called bougainvilleas.
Right. Yes, we have these in the States.
And with the purple flowers over there, if you look, that's phlox. Phlox or plumbagos.
Right.
Phlox or plumbagos. Okay. Oh, that's sugar cane. You know sugar cane?
Oh, very well.
Sugar cane. Step here because it's mucky there. Right?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, so if you need plants to buy, you just come here and you can get the plants to buy.
They won't let us bring them on the ship, unfortunately. But when I return, maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
So, first, no, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm tougher than that.
Yeah. Not a greenhouse?
Yep.
This plant in front of you here, look here,
Mm-hmm.
it is called a Sansevieria, or you can say a snake plant.
That's right.
Yeah. Some people will say modern Astan.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a lot of iron plant myself.
Mm-hmm.
Similar.
This one is like a jump up and kiss me. It's a very nice plant. Yeah. Red and white.
Right.
Yeah. These are we go see for the 9 man, Bougainvilleas.
Right. There's a very famous golf tournament in my town,
Yeah.
and I live right behind it, and they have incredible
Look
bougainvilleas.
at the White House up there. There's where the first doctors used to live.
Oh my goodness. Just make it out. May I go to the gate?
Yeah, it's no problem. You go right up. And you have a little boat, you can have a read of that.
Right. An incredible plantation-style house. By the initial look at it, and here we are. The Governor General's residence, the management of the gardens was handed from the War Office to the Colonial Office in the early 19th century. So in a different style than the Georgian or Federal mansion. A beautiful home for as little as I could see of it. Well, we're very lucky to get Stanford as our guide today, and I don't think we're quite done. So let's go back to him.
Family of sugar cane. If you look at it very carefully, you can see how it's jointed like sugar cane.
Right.
If you come here, and you also have the name here, cane palms. Jointed like sugar canes.
Right. From Madagascar.
Yeah.
Excellent. Just gets better.
I want to show you this tree. Let me see if you recognize it. This one in front of you. It have been ripped off already. But that's a cashew tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cashew. Yeah.
Oh,
And
we
the
love
very
cashews.
big one in the back, it's eucalyptus from Australia.
Now, that eucalyptus tree is the second oldest in the park, is it?
Yeah, about that, yeah. And with the red flowers, the African tulips.
Right.
Yeah, from tropical Africa. This one is called a bulletwood. It's tough and hard. And look at the root system, moves like whale fins. You ever heard about the lignum vitae?
Yes.
Something like the lignum vitae. And you must have this home. This is oleander.
Yes.
Yeah, oleander. Look at this bloom. It's coming about 5 or 6 different shades. They are called Ixora. I-X-O-R-A. Always in bloom. Ixoras. Yeah.
It's the best kind of flower that's always in bloom.
Yes, yes. Hi, hi.
Pick up is there in the exit.
Yeah.
Pick up.
Yeah, thank you. And if you look over, the house with the pointed roof over there,
Right.
Prime Minister's residence.
Is that still the Governor General's residence, the big house on the other side of the fence? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's there for 25 years.
The Prime Minister is? The way you say that makes it sound like you might need another one.
Yeah. We have to give another one a try.
Yeah.
The edge is called Casuarina from a place like Australia.
Right.
We have it in an edge and we have it in a tree. You want to see the tree just now? And this is a cassia, the golden ranger, golden shower. Look at this one. You can use for Christmas decoration.
Podocarpus. Yeah.
Podocarpus. Yeah, Podocarpus. This is the palm we use in the church on Palm Sunday for decoration.
Right.
And the crosses. So we see a sago palm. Sago. You know, like sago puddings?
Right.
Look at the fruit of this one. You see how the fruit is big here?
Mm-hmm.
But we call them elephant apples.
Right.
Yeah. Elephant apples.
That little white tree there, what would you call that?
It's a cactus.
That is a cactus. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting how it's like that.
If you look over here, this one with the different colors,
Right.
it is called crotons. So you could say like in the Bible, the coat of Jacob like in different colors.
Right.
The big stuff over there, that's bamboo.
Yes, well, we have lots of that.
Well, we use for building construction, like for scaffolding.
There's certainly enough of it to where you could.
Yeah, yeah. The purple flowers is the national flowers of Hong Kong. Bahenia blicana, or you could say the butterfly orchids.
Right.
Yeah. But if you look here carefully, this is why they say butterfly. I get this leaf,
Right.
I split it down here, of course. The other one I split in the center here, now. And when you have a close look here, it becomes like a butterfly.
Right.
Yeah.
Fun.
Got it?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Let me get something here for you. And probably you might figure this for yourself. Hold your hands.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have a snap.
Oh, wow.
It is called the garlic vine.
Yes.
The one you use for cooking come from under the ground, but this one
Right.
you can use into salads.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. From French Guyana.
Very tasty.
Yeah. The toughest wood in the garden, which is called the lignum vitae, it is much heavier than water.
Right.
So you use for underwater decking and like the buckle with the balls.
Yep.
And the color of the tree, it's like the army men clothes, it's camouflage.
That's right.
Yeah. It's from the Greater Antilles, it's the national tree of Jamaica. And this one is called a mimosa, or you could say the pride of India, also bloom a beautiful yellow flowers. These are the crowns of thorns, seeing them here? And here you have the name, the crowns of thorns.
Crown of thorns,
Something
yep.
like that they put in the head of Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The trees are called Bermuda cedars.
Right.
That's a very old house. I've been there when the park have been established in 1765.
Yes.
But if you look at it very carefully, it's an English style.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's called Tudor. The last Tudor king was Henry VIII,
Yeah.
and then his daughter had two daughters anyway, Mary and Elizabeth, and after that it was the Stuarts.
Okay.
But that is the Tudor style.
Yeah. These colorful leaves, those are also called crotons.
Right.
Yeah.
And the buttercups in between.
Come, let me show you something here. Look at the fruit, it's called calabash. Oh, be careful. Calabash.
Yep.
Yeah. But the fruit is not edible. But
No.
let me show. You will pick this fruit, you cut it in two.
Right.
The inside, you scrape it out, you throw it away. The outside, you put in the sun for 2 or 3 days, and you have a local dish.
Right.
So you can put food and water in.
That's right.
This is like with a rasta.
Got to be good for something. Yeah, exactly. Yep, don't fall in the well.
You can have a smell of this leaf, probably you might recognize it too. Yeah. Have a smell. It's also eucalyptus.
Right.
And from this one. This one here with the white bark, eucalyptus. Yeah. Oh, I think I gave you this already, you know, but I want to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Can make tea from that.
I've certainly had lemongrass this morning.
Oh yeah, it's that. Yeah.
Yep. All the way up at Fort Charlotte.
The big one is cedar
Right.
for the ships in the house, like for fun.
That's right.
And the Bible talk about the seed of Lebanon.
That's right.
Yeah.
Great lemongrass.
Yeah. The palm is called a century or tollyfoot palm. It blooms once in maturity, then the whole tree dies.
Right.
Yeah. Century or tollyfoot palm. Look at the ponytail palm from places like Mexico. And when you look into the foot, we say elephant palm, shaping like elephant.
Right.
Feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. This park open from 6 to 6. So if you need like one lane around and take photograph, will
Right.
be your privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
Hey, Stanford, I'm going to
stay
catch you
right
on.
there.
I'm going to catch you on the way back out. But I wanted to thank you so very much.
Mhm. You can give me something. I stay right
I
there.
will.
Yeah.
As we concluded the tour with Stanford, I think he thought I was with a tour group that had been instructed to give him $10. I gave him what I had in small change, and that's something you want to look out for. If a tour operator is, in my case, just about forced on me, you need to clear with them in advance what it is that they're expected to get. Certainly good advice, and something that pops up from time to time. At Fort Charlotte, I voluntarily gave the guy who gave me as much of a tour as he was able, and was very friendly and knowledgeable, as was Stanford. But at no time did he request any more than I had given him. So, no hard feelings, but just something to be aware of when you're down here in the islands. We're going to continue on back into town from the Botanical Gardens, but that was a really great tour that he gave us. Well, just as we came down the hill out of the Botanical Gardens, there was a funeral at the cathedrals, and then it started to rain, and it almost hasn't stopped since. So you can hear them pounding away down at the new fort here in Kingstown. But unfortunately, I came back to the ship and got cleaned up, and it's still coming down, so I'm not thinking about heading back out during the remainder of our stay here. So thanks for watching Travel with Chip. Please subscribe, share, appreciate all your support, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow in Grenada.